Ha! You ever play Minecraft and you find yourself in a cave covered in your diamond armor, but then you get hit with a skeleton and you think to yourself, what the f? How can a skeleton's arrow pierce through diamond armor? How can bullets pierce through diamond armor? Well, turns out diamonds are not as bulletproof as some have led to believe. It's one of the hardest materials on earth, no doubt about that, but it's not the best in bulletproof plates. But today we're going to make it. The materials for this build are going to be UHMWPE, 2-part epoxy resin, epoxy powder, and diamond dust to act as a strike face. So let's start. So I'm going to be using Scotch tape to hopefully mitigate the fraying, because what happens when you cut stuff like this, especially these kinds of fibers, they're going to you can cut through it, but then they'll start to fray because they're coming apart. So hopefully I'm going to lay down this plate and just use that almost as a stencil or a guide, because I also want to do some rough cutting because I will be binding this with epoxy as well. So yeah. Go down first. So now with those two all taped up, I think I'm just going to start working on the cutting. Does it even fray? Oh, it doesn't even fray. Look at that. It's crazy. I think when working with other fibers, oh, never mind. Oh, what? Oh, this will actually damage it. Oh, well, you know what? It is what it is, man. All right, so if you're going to use UHMWPE, do not do what I did. This is a learning experience. Do not use tape. Tape is bad. In every other material like Kevlar, fiberglass, S-glass, all of those will fray. But dang, oh God. Oh my goodness. So yeah. I'm gonna have to get that off every single one of these. Now, I try to tear off all the tape. One. Ooh. Done. All right, now it's time for us to pour the epoxy. Oh, wait a minute. The UHMWPE isn't cut perfectly. As you can see the top parts there. Ah! Do I want to cut all of this or use movie magic? Movie magic. Oh, nice. Now I'm going to mix up the epoxy resin and I'm going to put all the sheets into this press right here. If you have a better press at home, use it. It's just an old book press. But yeah, make sure, wear a mask. Definitely wear a mask, wear gloves, wear all safety protection. And for this in particular, I'm going to be using parchment paper for the UHMWPE because my previous test sample, I tried out with the epoxy. It does not stick. It does not stick to parchment paper, so definitely use that.
All right, it is now 8 hours later. For you, that was like a fraction of a second, but for me, it was like a whole minute. All right. Oh, it still smells like resin though. But I think the method now is just diamond and then an epoxy layer on this. And yeah, we'll be done. I mean, wow. It's so, I'm sorry, but this is like my first time making body armor. So to me, this is like, it worked. And I'm just super happy about that. But yeah, I gotta start working on those diamonds. All right, for this part, I'm gonna be mixing the 2-part resins again. Hopefully the diamond dust and the resin and a little bit of the blue powder will act as a relatively good strike face. The only reason I'm using the diamond dust is to strengthen the epoxy. So if anyone actually knows how to strengthen the epoxies, especially in bulletproof armor, please let me know. That'd be fascinating. I would love to learn more about all this. Whoa. Ooh, it's a dirty color.
Remember when I said that it's important to wear a mask while you work with epoxy? I didn't take my own advice, and oh, I got glitter in my mouth. Yeah, wear a mask when you work with this stuff.
All right, it's been another 8 hours. Okay. It's not bad. Okay. Oh, that's bad. I might just let this sit for a few more minutes and then I'll cut it. So I cut out the plate, as you can see from here and here, and it's kind of got these funky looking lines coming through it. And for those wondering what it looked like when, you know, I cut it, it looked like that. Now I think I'm going to mix up another batch of resin just so I can kind of fill in these side crack areas right here. Because when this plate gets shot, the last thing I want it to do is basically break apart layer by layer, because as you can see here, yeah, it's not good. So hopefully if I glue it all in on the sides and I press it, it'll kind of like create a bond on the layers, like you can see through here. Like this has attached itself to a few layers. I kind of want to have that outer layer. And when I do that, that'll probably also bring out the edges here. Because this is like, I mean, it's fine, but I mean, it can look better. So yeah, time to mix some more blue stuff. And I pray to God that I don't cough up a lung this time. All right, this time around, I got face protection. And bye-bye. So now, I think the method here is open. And then I'm going to measure it out with this. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. So now I can just pour the resin. Look at that. All right, so now the plan is I'm going to have to try to paint every single one of the edges with the resin. All right, let's open it up. All right, what's the worst that can happen? Okay. Oh, so, okay, the form kept pretty well. All right, unfold these areas. Look at that. Oh, wow. A little bit of work that needs to get done. I think just pass through with the scissors or my hand and that'll do it. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a plate.
So if you guys know any fun facts about body armor, composites, and just homemade bulletproof stuff that you made in the past, by all means, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. One thing about composites though that's really fascinating to me is UHMWPE is bound by a resin matrix, as you know, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what if you could have the strength of UHMWPE, but also make the resin stronger as well? And there have been proven studies that when you add graphene into resin, you can then increase its tensile strength by 30 to 40%. Now that may not seem like a lot, but you stack up multiple layers of this, and then you increase its strength tenfold. Like, it's crazy. So I'm just curious as to why, if someone knows, why they don't add graphene into this. So yeah. But I think I'm just gonna send this plate to Demolition Ranch. Trying to find a range that is like outdoors and will actually be willing to shoot something like this is nearly impossible. If he sees it, cool. Send it to him, share it to him. I would love for him to destroy this plate. I mean, it's like a real plate too. Actually, hold on, give me a minute. I'm back. I got a hammer. I just want to show you. Like, this is a proper plate. Like, this can take a beating. So I'm really hoping what it can be. I'm hoping that's like level 3A, maybe. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, bro, that's life. It is what it is. Am I right?